Ooh, a little mistake right at the end of the race.
Dude, I went all the way down Sledgehammer like an idiot.
Oh.
A heavy weight and I'm true to size. You either move out my way and get on the side. Ain't no choice in this matter. I decide if it's do or die. I'm too strong to take a life. Like a veteran, I've been down the war path. I'll take what's mine. You gotta give me that. No excuses. Day in and day out. No fear. I believe and I'll never die.
Whoa! Will goes for the ghost ride to the top. Wow. The 2022 season turned out to be the Tristan Hart show. Tristan won 7 out of 7 rounds. Ryder and some other riders showed potential to beat him at a few races, but nobody could lay it down. He smoked everybody every race. Around 4, Ryder really put the pressure on Tristan, and it was a close one. Ryder almost got him, but Tristan just pushed through, dug deep, and got the job done. We had a wild card, Keith Curtis. He came out and won Silver Kings. He's an absolute beast, and he ended up 3rd in the series. The 2023 Premier Championship is a 6-round series, 3 races on the West Coast, 3 races on the East Coast. We have the most competitive field we've had in years. Let's see how it plays out.
Tristan's reign at the top could be short-lived this season. World champion Cody Webb is back from a severe wrist injury.
With Cody back, there's going to be another element to these races. He has such a deep pool of talent to draw from, and although he might not have the momentum that Tristan Hart has right now, he has experience and he knows what he's doing.
It's kind of America's best rider, so it's going to be interesting to have him back and see how he shakes things up.
With Cody being back, that adds one more player into the field who wasn't here last year. It's going to change everything.
I know where I'm at, I know what I'm capable of, and I feel like I should be out there at the top.
I think Cody in his own mind thinks he can win the race. It'll obviously be a good battle between him and Tristan, I think, up front.
I think people think I'm like old and beat up with a broken wrist, but look at Graham Jarvis, I think I'm still doing all right.
Can Cody Webb overcome his setback to beat Tristan Hart? Or will one of the young gun competitors step up to the challenge?
Danny Lewis got a ride with Factory Beta, and Ryder LeBlanc got bumped up to the Rockstar Energy Factory Husqvarna team.
Surfacing this year are new faces that stack the field even deeper.
Last year I did Grindstone round 1, and then Epstein Bar put a stop to my season. For this first race, just strong finish, but then I want podiums and hopefully do Australia proud.
The 2023 IRC US Hard Enduro Series, presented by Climb, starts off in the jagged mountains of Johnson Valley with a battle to become king of the motos.
The terrain out here is way more unpredictable than anywhere else.
These mountains that are really steep and they got loose boulders all over them.
It's impossible to not make a mistake. If you fall, you're breaking something.
The hardest thing about King of the Motos is that there's traction, then there's not. Then there is, then there's not. And that's just in one 20-foot span.
It is super gnarly out here. It's so loose and it's so easy to crash.
Riders must navigate by GPS tracks in this harsh terrain.
You do one little thing wrong, you get off track and you miss a checkpoint, your day is done and you don't even know.
This one?
Okay, here we are, round 1 of the US Hard Enduro Series, King of the Motos 2023. They're all ready to go. Let's see what they got.
Riders are released one at a time, 30 seconds apart, to compete for the best time. This short prologue is just a taste of the rugged terrain they'll be riding all weekend. The young Australian Will Reardon is eager to make a statement upon his return to the series and finishes with the fastest time of the prologue.
Okay, here we are. Saturday, race 1. Everybody's lined up, warming up their bikes. They got a bomb start right up this massive rocky sandy hill. All this is for gate position for the main race tomorrow on Sunday. All these riders are super excited. They've been waiting all year for this. They're amped up and ready to go. Let's see what these riders got.
Ryder gets the whole shot, while Tristan gets blocked on his first climb. Cooper takes the lead through back door when Cody's line choice loses him several positions. Tristan is on a mission to make up for lost time, passing aggressively through the mid-pack to get up front. Cooper's lead is short-lived as Tristan makes the pass into first.
Okay, here comes our leader, Tristan Hart. We're about 23 minutes into the race, and he's got a little over a 1 minute lead on second place. One way to think about this race would be, hey, let's get through it safe, let's give the bike the shakedown, and be safe and get into Sunday. Another way would be, hey, let's go make a statement. Let's dominate these guys and let them know that they're about to get worked on Sunday too. And I think that's where Tristan Hart's head's at.
Cody takes a creative line through the switchbacks and passes into second.
Yeah, come on! Cody Webb giving me a little hoot and holler. Running a strong second place.
Letting Ryder do the navigating, Cooper follows him up to a dead-end cliff.
So we have the course confusion. There's guys going every which way. It's gonna be a little shuffle in position here. Ryder may have picked the wrong line and Cooper followed him.
The rest of the pros and amateurs grind their way through the narrow switchbacks.
Give it some! Come on! Cody Webb still very comfortable in a solid second place. Oh, he goes down! Misses the line just a tiny bit.
That was shitty. I'm just debriefing. Not so good.
Checkpoint though.
What?
Tristan came down that hill.
I don't know, I followed freaking red flags.
Oh, it's a 30-minute penalty otherwise.
Cody misses a checkpoint and heads back out to avoid a 30-minute penalty.
Cody Webb looks like he's had some confusion. He's just getting back on the course, not realizing that the finish line goes up and over this hill.
One of the keys to doing well at this race is finding that balance between pushing, being aggressive, and also navigating and conserving at the same time.
Okay, Sunday morning, all the riders are lined up, they're revving up their bikes, they got a big day ahead of them. The course gets progressively harder throughout the day, so pacing and GPS navigation is going to be the key elements to getting the race done. These boys are ready. Let's run it.
Colton and Corey battle for the whole shot and lead wave one of the pros into the infamous Chocolate Thunder. riders are bar to bar as they head straight into the sun and dust, another challenging element of this race. The anticipated back and forth between Cody and Tristan is already beginning.
Okay, this is Bigfoot Canyon. Tristan Hart has a shallow lead over Cody Webb and Ryder LeBlanc. This is our first gnarly, rocky, steep blues canyon. Tristan and Cody out to an early lead. They make this thing look easy. Fourth place up Bigfoot Canyon, Dustin McCarthy, the California boy, having a solid showing so far. Right behind Dustin in fifth, we got Will Reardon and Cooper Abbott. We have a little bit of a battle right now.
So at King of the Motos here, we don't have many course markings. We're following GPS tracks the whole time, which completely changes the strategy for racing.
In a GPS format race, the leader is doing a lot of the work because he's constantly navigating while also breaking the trail.
Navigation and speed and aggression just add up more into the equation.
Instead of just racing forward, looking for the arrows, trying to find the way, you literally have nothing to follow. You're looking down at your GPS constantly, which in this terrain is really dangerous because it's covered in boulders. So you look down at your computer for a second and who knows what you're gonna hit.
Tristan and Cody take turns navigating and trying different lines. Sometimes the creative lines don't pay off.
So the marbles out here, honestly, you're just gonna have a lot of close calls.
Cody and Tristan battle, it's gonna be good.
I fully expect Cody to pass me probably multiple times. That's just how this race goes.
I just think it's going to keep elevating between the both of us, and along with it, everyone else is going to kind of follow suit.
With Ryder still in third, Will, Cooper, and Colton battle for the mid-pack positions through Spreckles.
I'm just looking forward to get out there and just make a push and see where we're at.
Cody Webb in the lead, Tristan Hart right behind him. These guys are gonna throw down for a battle for the ages. Will Reardon coming in fourth place down Jackknife. He's got Cooper Abbott hot on his heels. They look like they got a nice little battle going on. They're still feeling each other out, but both of them are looking comfortable and smooth. Good job, Bubba.
To get people off the tail, maybe clean a hill, sprint, hopefully they get stuck on a hill or being dusty or make a good navigation. Try find that gap because it's easy for people to follow the leader because it's navigation, where if you can get that gap and then you've gone kind of thing.
Colton Haker coming into Jackknife in a solid 6th place. He still has Cooper and Will within striking distance. It takes one poor line choice for the guy behind you to sneak on by.
Tristan is the first into the pits before lap 2. With no outside assistance allowed, gassing up and repairs are responsibilities of the racer. Cody comes in a few seconds behind, keeping the pressure on.
No.
Cody leaves the pits, eager to catch Tristan, not knowing how close Ryder is behind him.
Focus and breathe.
At the pits, racers load the lap 2 GPS tracks, which has an additional section of extreme difficulty. first lap are piled up in the canyons, adding an additional challenge for the pros on their second lap. Ryder tails the two leaders through Bigfoot Canyon packed with lappers.
The terrain out here is way more unpredictable than anywhere else. You get traction on the rocks, and then the dirt, there's no traction. You sink into the dirt. It's just super unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen.
Came on Tristan hard. He's broken away from Cruz. Cody Webb just a little bit. Now he's dropping into some flat open stuff. Cody knows exactly what he needs to do at this point of the race. He needs to put the pressure on and get by Tristan in the gnarliest part. Dead blow.
I still come to these things to win, and I've won it 5 times and love to prove myself and see what I can do.
They don't call him Cody for nothing. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Cody, he never ceases to amaze me with his ability and the way he can step up to the plate and really put himself in the mix and race for the wins.
You got to be on top of your game physically and mentally to make sure you're not making stupid mistakes. That second lap is where you're going to have to dig deep and push hard.
Being able to push hard through dead blow, the toughest section of the race, is what separates the leaders from the rest of the pack.
Great to have Cody as my teammate. I learn a lot from him each round, and he kind of gives me tips, which I really appreciate. So helps every step of the way, and he's obviously had a great career, so I try to learn as much as I can from him.
Ryder holds on to his third position through dead blow, followed closely by Will Reardon and Colton Haker.
So this year I feel like it's a new me, for sure, new Ryder LeBlond. I feel like I'm in a different place mentally, physically, just confidence is there. I feel like I can actually be up there and win. Last year I always said that and I didn't make it happen, but this year I think I can.
Despite all attempts from Cody, it's Tristan that crosses the finish line first, declaring himself the undisputed king of the motos. Tristan's win sets the tone for the 2023 season that he's not going to let anything or anyone stop him.
Get down to business. I'm here to put in work. That tunnel vision. No way to quench this thirst. When the sun goes down, keep doing my thing. Won't stop me now. Yeah, there ain't no doubt. I am the go-getter.
Hard Enduro is a lot about using your brain, not just your body, so I think Cody could maybe have one of his best years ever. Still yet to come.
Feeling super fortunate to even be back here and re-signing with Sherco and getting that opportunity to come out and prove myself once again.
Headed towards the finish line here for Cody Webb. Oh, putting on a little trial show for us towards the end of the race. Still looking fresh as ever. Yes! For all those watching, many people would pay a lot of money to see this right now.
Cody Webb shows off his trial skills on the way into his second place finish.
Good job, big guy. Solid ride.
Tristan proved himself unbeatable once again at this opening round. The racers will face off again at Premier Round 2 at the Grinding Stone Hard Enduro.